Hey team, Oska here, and I hope that you are enjoying your training. I hope that you're enjoying being out there. I hope that you're out there with some mates. Maybe not today. It's a little bit miserable and wet and cold out there the day we're recording. But overall, I hope you're having some fun. This week's episode is brought to you by the Cord, Christchurch City to Surf. Whether you're a seasoned runner chasing a PB or just looking for a fun way to move with friends and family, the City to Surf is for you. It's 14k of pure Christchurch magic, starting in the city and winding its way to the coast, with a fun, inclusive atmosphere, a 6k option for those who want a shorter challenge, and the city's best running vibes. It's the perfect way to experience Christchurch on foot. So lace up, sign up, and we'll see you on the start line. Some people would say you can't judge a book by its cover, but I'd say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That'll make more sense as you get through the episode. Enjoy your week. Hey, it's Oscar from the Front Runner Colombo.
And Tom from the Front Runner Colombo.
And Kat from Back on Track Sports.
And you are listening to Run Spesh, our weekly running specialty podcast where we talk about the human locomotive movement we call running and everything that goes into it, even some of the things we think about while we're doing it. And for Turbo Tommy, the triathlete, well, he's swimming and cycling as well.
Don't think about a lot when I do all three of those.
Yeah, he's a little brain dead. Big day yesterday. Well, not Tommy.
Long day.
Long
day in the office. That was good.
At least the office is outside.
Yeah.
Not today, though. You wouldn't want to be on the bike today.
Nah.
It's
no chance.
It's pretty damp outside.
It's windy.
Moist.
It is disgusting.
Torrential. Downpour.
Hopefully they fix them all.
Yeah, last week.
That was bad, actually.
Last week, half the mall caved in because, like 2 weeks ago. Or was it 3 weeks? I don't know.
3 weeks, yeah.
Times are a flat round illusion. One day you wake up and you're like 70.
I don't want to think about that. That's so sad.
Is it?
Yeah. We'll all get there.
Just don't think about it.
But if you, Kat and I are like halfway there.
Shut up, Oscar. Shut up.
I don't need this. I don't need this from you right now.
I'm still young.
So yes, this is our running specialty podcast where we talk about running and all the things that go into our running and the hope we keep you company for one of your runs during the week. Or actually some people are saying in the car on the way to work. Or as you found out on the Summit Road the other day where they're out cycling.
Yep. Had the first cyclist come up to say they were listening to me.
Oh, you got spotted. Yay.
Yeah. Well, he knew who I was anyway.
Oh, big
Not
deal.
from the podcast, but yeah.
I've been listening.
Yeah. He's like, I was just listening to you. Now I'm talking to you. It's weird.
and it wasn't your brother.
Yeah.
So we love bringing it to you. Heaps of fun. This week is brought to you by the City to Surf, and I'll make one of my nice monotonic ad reads, which I'll smash in there somewhere for Smashbox 20. Do you remember that?
Matchbox 20.
That's it, was it?
We can do Smashbox.
Smashbox 20. Smashbox 20.
It's like those porno movies that they changed the name.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry. Smashbox 20.
I genuinely thought it was called Smashbox 20.
I don't even know what Matchbox or Smashbox is.
You know Matchbox 20? The band?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I thought it was, when they used to have like the top 20 hits. Wasn't that a thing on like MT4?
MT4?
No.
MTV?
MTV, whatever. That was Channel 4, wasn't it? When we were like, when we were really young. I gotta look this up. Tom is like, what the fuck have I walked into this week? Hold on. Smashbox. Oh, it's an adventure park in Florida.
That's even. I think it's even worse.
That's great.
I gotta read this out loud. Welcome to the home of Florida's premier smash room. Okay, I'll stop.
Is it one of those rooms, you can go into like a room that you can just smash things?
It is.
Oh,
They
it
actually
is.
look cool.
It is, and they've all got helmets like fireman masks and shit on. You can Smashbox 20. Okay, this is Matchbox 20. Clearly, my dyslexia has let me down there. Do you think?
Those rooms would be a lot of fun, actually. I think.
Is it just where like angry people
Pent up
go
anger
to?
and
Oh man,
lots of things to smash.
it's a wild way to start. Speaking of smashing,
Oh God.
some people wear some smashingly good looking clothing, and some people wear that smashingly good clothing
Multiple
multiple
times.
times.
Yeah. What was the poll?
The poll, thanks, Tommy. I needed to be brought back down to earth.
Oh,
'cause-
I'm just curious.
So the poll question was: do you wear clothing for multiple runs, multiple occasions? I did have Caitlin came up to me at Run Club last night and defended herself that she would not shower after a run if she was going to go and do some gardening straight afterwards.
Fair enough.
So-
you can shower after the gardening.
You can. I hope you would shower after the gardening. So that I can understand.
Yep.
So the poll question last week was: do you use running clothing without washing it, or do you reuse running clothing? This is way closer than my germophobic self cares
handle.
it to be. Like
Man.
it is.
I'm worried.
I'm worried. Yeah. We had over 300 votes. That's pretty.
a lot.
That's a lot of votes. A lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a good sample size. Also, we're going to talk about some people's Instagram handles, but 135% of the vote, so about 110 people, said yes, they reuse clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe they care about the environment. They don't want to put the
They don't
washing
want to
machine
wash
on.
plastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many?
200 and something
Yeah.
said no, they don't. But do you know my problem is I just stink.
Yeah. Too sweaty, man.
This is probably more of a cat question. Oh no, you're doing lots of long distance stuff.
Mm.
Do you know when you're just eating so much food?
Yep.
Do you just stink? You know when you sweat, like when I'm doing like track stuff, I don't really smell too bad because you're only running for like 120, 130k a week. But when I'm up like 160, 170, 180,
Yeah.
like, and the volume of food that goes through you, like,
Yeah,
seeps out of my
that's it.
pores.
Maybe that's it, eh?
See,
Probably is.
I have no science to back that up.
Nah, there's probably some correlation there, but I haven't dived into that one.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. We have 1/3 of the people are smelly bastards.
Yeah. I think it really depends on how sweaty you are.
Yeah. I
If
mean,
you don't sweat at all, then
the kids would say I drip hard.
I drip harder.
Dripped out.
Drip, drip. Moister than an oyster. Who, do you know, like, because that's a weird saying, but it makes sense.
It
Moister
does.
than all, yeah.
Because, like, oysters are moist, unless they're not.
Correct.
Correct. But do you know there's some, have you ever thought about some of the weird ass sayings that, like, we say? Have you thought about them?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Or
What
like,
is it?
or I've got a couple here that I've looked at. Spill the beans.
Spill the beans.
Where does that come from?
Probably England.
Or
Baked beans.
bury the hatchet. You know, like,
Yeah, that one.
But these all do come from. If you Google them up, they
Yeah.
have somewhere that they've all come from. So they have meaning.
barking up the wrong tree
Well, that's to do with dogs.
by pursuing a mistaken or misguided line of thought. That's pretty much my brain all day.
Yeah.
Cat got your tongue. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, that one's weird.
I can think of a few ways you could use that analogy.
Cat got your tongue. Yeah, that's a weird one.
Half the people listening got that. Anyway, should we talk about some training?
Yeah.
How's Kat's training? Because Kat's alive this week. Kat was a dead cat. She was a flat and on the road cat.
I had some pretty big weeks, but I can see the light.
No, you can't. You got 34
Tell
Ks.
me how I feel, Tom.
You got 34 K in the week.
Don't project your
Do
shit
not
onto me.
project your negativity onto me.
No, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm actually not too bad. There was a time where I was like, fuck this shit, it's way too much. But, but we get over it. I feel like, I mean, for anyone watching on YouTube, it's like this. It's like a wave. You're like, I love training, I hate training, I love training, I hate training.
Like, and even in small sample bite sizes during the sessions.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's been me for the last couple of weeks. But, I mean, majority of the time I'm just cruising. It's fine. My key sessions were... first one was 2x7K, which I did on Saturday, and I nailed it. It was awesome.
You said a South Hagley.
I got a crown.
Yeah, and do you know what? That's a good crown.
Yeah, and I got another one the other day too.
Did you?
The mile one coming back back the other way
Oh.
because I usually go anti-clockwise and I went clockwise.
Oh, so
Got another.
cheap wins.
Cash just collecting crowns.
Yeah. I mean,
It's really hard to get them
They are.
in Hag.
I hope that my figure eight lasts forever because you can't cross the road anymore.
Oh, yeah, true.
Anyway, so you had 2x7K.
Yep, off a 1K float, and yeah, I think I averaged like 333s for both.
333.
Damn.
Yep,
Better than 666.
yep, yep. And then my other key session for the week was 3x4K. And it was, I started off at 345s, then the next set was 335s, and the last set was 325s. And I was a little concerned about the 325s, let me tell you. I didn't know if I was going to hit that because I haven't really worked at that pace in a long time. I've just been hitting like 330, 335-ish. And I hadn't really gone up that kind of pace in a while. So I was like, oh, we'll see. But actually it was fine. Yeah.
Well, you got all that strength.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And if you set yourself up and within that first K, I feel like you can just hold.
And
well.
do you find, like, once you just get out of your own way thinking you can't do it and you just start,
Yeah.
you're like, okay,
Yeah.
it's just time.
I literally break it down to the first K. I was like, just get through the first K at the pace and then see how you go.
And then you've only got 7.5 laps of the track to go.
Yeah, well, I don't try not to
Do you
think of it
think-
like that.
Do you think you'd have less pressure if you just did it off heart rate?
No, I find it easy just to go off a pace, to be honest.
So I always just do heart rate. Because then it doesn't really matter about the pace. You just stay in the zones and whatever the pace is.
Sometimes if I'm fucked, though, I just can't. My heart rate just
Exactly,
bottoms
Oscar.
out.
If you're fucked, then you're fucked. So you
that's
probably
when I hit the
shouldn't hit
pace.
the
Yeah, I should hit the
paces.
pace.
You probably shouldn't hit the pace.
No, my heart rate goes the other way. Yeah. I don't know.
What, too low?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can definitely be suppressed a little bit, but
I think that heart rate stuff's really good for like 5K, 10K half marathon training when you're doing a lot of threshold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that high intensity kind of sub threshold to VO2 stuff, then definitely heart
It's
rate.
got to be sustained as well. Like you can't use heart rate for like a mile rep or something.
Doesn't
it's not
work.
gonna. It's not valid.
I reckon it
It's
takes
not
my
part
heart
enough.
about 2.5 minutes to realise I'm asking it to do something.
Yeah, like oh,
It's like, oh, it better work.
oh, okay, let's kick in. And did you hit a big long run? No, you didn't because you had
No,
your
I had a
massive-
split Sunday, just 90 and then a 30, so that was
Banana
quite
split?
nice. Banana split.
You like banana splits?
I do, I love them.
Who
Deep
just
fried banana, yum.
no?
Yes, deep fried pineapple, yum. Yes.
I haven't had either.
Fish and chip shop? Oh, come on.
I haven't
Friday
had
fish
either.
and chips?
I do Friday fish and chips, but I haven't had the deep fried banana or pineapple.
Deep fried banana?
Oh, it's so good.
Warm banana's not okay.
With cinnamon.
What about they do deep fried Moro bars as well, Mars bars.
That,
Yeah, I tried that. That's quite sickening.
Really? I haven't
Yeah.
tried it either, but
did you have it from the Normans Road?
no, I haven't had one.
Oh.
I've just seen them.
We used to have them after before
Yeah.
football games at the Normans Road fish and chip shop down the end by Stack on the corner
Could
there.
be- Ooh, maybe I'll try it.
But we used to walk down $2.25 for a,
$2.25.
yeah, it was almost like a donut, and then the Moro bar was slid in. You can tell the guy enjoyed doing that, and then deep fried.
Damn.
I don't know about deep fried banana.
No, it's delicious.
Is it?
With ice cream? Yep.
Mm.
It's delicious.
I'm going to think about that. Is that your favorite dessert?
Oh, don't ask me that. I love dessert.
Do you know I had a pretty disappointing experience with some banoffee coconut ice cream
Ooh.
because I can't have dairy.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I've just cramped up really bad on my hamstring. Holy crap.
yeah, that's karma. That's karma. Cat's got cramp. You right?
Oh my God.
Stretch it out. Stretch it out.
Okay, we're good.
As you can tell, there's no edits.
Cat at the start of this movie. Movie. Podcast.
Smashbox 20.
I'm feeling really good. I can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel. Cramps mid podcast. Yeah.
I don't like the way you play with a microphone when you said that.
So you
no.
had some crappy ice cream. That sucks.
Yeah, it was like because normally that island,
Duck Island?
you know, Coconut Island or whatever it is. There's the
Oh,
brand and the
yeah. I
you
get
know the one.
Yeah, yeah.
Normally they deliver. They got a raspberry chocolate, fucking
Yum.
delicious,
Yes.
fucking delicious, and then they do a hokey pokey one, equally as delicious.
Be good.
But Katie was like, and I kind of forgot about banoffee, but then it's kind of that like cooked banana that's gone cold.
That's a bit weird.
It's kind of odd, man. I don't know, because I was in such massive calorie debt. I was like, I just want sugar.
I have
But I
ice
was-
cream every night.
I was so disappointed.
Do you like matcha ice cream?
Matcha ice cream.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's delicious.
Like I just need some fat right now, some sugar. Top it up for the next morning.
I went and bought like 20 of those little milk carton things, little kids' milk things.
And frozen.
Actually, yeah, that's a really good idea.
Do you Moosey's?
Yeah.
Yes, I
That's
used to get
Moosey.
those. Yeah, that's
Oh
what
my
it is.
goodness. How did they make the blue
And
one?
that's so easy because you can unpeel the cartons as well.
Genius.
There you go.
You heard it here first. I'm still not sure about the banana split thing. I think it's pretty weird.
Don't knock it till we try it.
That's no, not going there. What about you, Tommy? How's your training week?
Pretty solid. It's just, yeah.
The most nonchalant. It's all right.
It's all right. I'm just
Everyone's like, we
smashed
want to know
out.
more about Tom's training. I'm like, yeah, but it's trying to get
Yeah.
trying to get tree sap out of a.
Well, my training's
Grass.
just not really like. I just don't do any crazy sessions.
Well, you can just say.
You did your 5-minute reps.
Yeah, like, but anyone can do that. That's the thing. Like, you look at my training compared to you guys, and it's just pretty boring.
Wait, what did you train for 7 hours yesterday?
Yeah, I mean it's long now, but it's
Anyone can do my training
it's
7
not
hours
hard.
later.
It's not hard. Like, I don't find it that challenging. You know, like it's just a lot of volume at the moment.
Yep.
But yeah, yesterday was a big day. I was bike in the morning. I did I've been doing lots of longer warm ups for my workouts just to get miles in.
Your run.
Run workouts. Yeah, do like 30-minute jog before and 20 minutes after.
I'm a big fan of the long warm up.
Yeah. Well,
It's a great way to get mileage. for
only
sure.
doing like 5 days a week running, so it's hard to find the Ks in other spots. So yeah, that was good. Did that and then just did 30 minutes at like 3:25, which is it's pretty good. It's kind of like bottom end of tempo now, which is nice. Like I've got a lot aerobically stronger, and I feel like my body's finally caught up now, which is nice. There was a few weeks there where it was just like, I feel way fitter than my body is. But now it seems to be on par now, which is nice. But yeah, it'll just be a pretty normal week. Race on Sunday. Are you guys racing as well?
I am.
City Surf?
I was going to, but I've got a beast
you've
of a
got- yeah.
session to do, so no longer.
Yeah.
You got a Shrek size session.
Yeah. Ogre.
I'm
Sorry.
scared of it for you.
A full girth session.
Oh, that's girthy.
What is it? 34K?
34K.
34K.
It's gonna be-
Oh.
It's going to be the whole smash box.
Yeah. So I get a swim bike run on the weekend. That'll be fun. And then do first ever bike race next weekend.
Is that the race?
Nice.
Christchurch Dakar. It's going to be grippy. So pretty
Mm.
dangerous race as well. So got to be careful.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
I ran. You're right about the gravel on the Summit Road, bro.
It's going to be dodgy in the weekend.
I need to ask someone that knows more about roads than I do
Yeah.
about why. Like I get it. Maybe if it's like skiddy or icy,
Yeah.
but like when do we ever have that?
That's never
like-
around the
like-
top there.
3 times a year, maybe.
If that. It barely gets icy in winter, like especially up there as well.
So I got a question about your training. Say yesterday where you did. How long were you on the bike for?
3 hours.
And how long did you run for?
It was like 80 minutes.
And how long did you swim for?
Like an hour and a half. Oh, like an hour.
3. So you did like
Yeah.
6 hours, 7 hours.
And then
Literally.
gymmed as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like 7 hours.
Yeah.
With the bike in the morning, that's a fucking lot
That's
of training.
huge.
Okay,
time.
I wasn't supposed to swim, but
Oh.
I did the swim because Mike offered like some filming, so I was like, yeah, some technique stuff.
Did he ask you to take your togs off?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
Different kind of filming.
Yeah, so it was a good technique session, which was nice.
Bro, you are so good at shielding this shit.
I know.
His facial expression doesn't even change.
Like next.
Oh man, you're like the Captain America of refusing to take the gag.
I don't want to take the gags. I'm not going to.
We'll throw on some girthy gags. Jesus, I'm sorry.
What was the question?
So when you do your bike ride in the morning, are you trying to stick to a heart rate so you know? Because you've obviously got like 4 hours. Are you trying to, or an effort, or are you just spinning?
Tuesdays is like a race.
Okay.
Yeah. Tuesday is with a group and you ride like long bays and it's like 70 minutes where you're just spinning in a bunch and then you hit gibbies hard, like a hard effort, and then everyone waits at the top. You go down, turn left, and then that first hill before you go into Allendale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just basically start racing from there to the top of Evans.
Mm-hmm.
So all the way through the bays. So that's like for me, that's like a max effort. And you kind of like just, because it's so rolly, you just hit the hills really hard and then kind of recover on the downs and then hit the hills real hard again.
How many people do you get in the bunch?
It's like normally 20.
Oh.
Most weeks, which is pretty good. Yeah, and then it's just whoever can hang on the hard bits, and then everyone just waits at the top of Evans. And you either go out to Godley to add on a little bit, or just go down to Niche for some food and then ride back. So it's normally about 3 hours. Sometimes you can do 4 if you start a little early and finish like go back up the top of the cup. But yeah, the roads are dodgy at the moment. Especially, I don't know why they've decided. Apparently, they do it every 2 years, and they just spray on tar and then drop the seal on it, and it's just like ice skating on a bike now.
Or even running it was no good.
Yeah.
It's slippery as. So I don't know. I'm hoping the organisers and we can have maybe got someone to sweep it at least, like with a big truck sweeper. Because if they haven't, it'll be a very slow and scary descent.
Yeah, like even running was unfun.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Yeah, so I'm more worried about the race, to be fair, because going down the bastard on that stuff is suicidal. So hopefully it's been packed or swept before then. Because that race is apparently, it's if you can get to the top of the bastard with a group, then you're normally good. Because it just kind of, they descend pretty hard, and then you ride in a group all the way to Akara, or what is it called?
Little
Round
River.
Hill or something?
Yeah.
Hilltop, sorry.
Yep.
Hilltop. And then it starts racing again then, basically. So it'll be a bit of fun.
And you go on your road bike.
Yeah. So it'll be something different. Never done a bike race before. Closest I've done is a triathlon, but that's non-drafting, so...
Triathleting things.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do that in a bunch. Then it's like 3 weeks to crash it half after that.
It'll be a bunch of fun.
Should be. We can all stay.
That was a week.
That was poor.
all stay together.
That was a week.
Yeah.
And how long are you giving yourself between getting off the bike before you go running? Or are you running off the bike?
Nah, I'm normally we normally finish around midday. Start at 8:30 and finish around midday, and then I'd normally start the run at like 4:30, warm up. But yeah, I swam in between that, so I swam at 2:30 for like an hour, and then came back, got changed, and pretty much just went after that.
Bro, you just must be eating Mars bars, eh?
Yeah, well, that's the hardest
Deep
bit.
fried.
It's just
Knickers.
the hardest bit's finding time in between each session to eat, though, because you're like, you don't want to eat too much between them, and then you feel like have it come back up in the run or especially in the swim. So that's a challenging bit. It's like cramming food in where you can to where you're not like getting acid reflux mid-run or mid-swim.
It's nasty.
Yeah. So it's fun though, like keeps you busy. It's not really just sit on the
Sounds
couch for
real
like an
fun.
hour and then go again.
You couldn't have like a family and like a full. Oh, you're working pretty close to full time now.
Yeah.
But like, man, you must be fucked at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Because
I
I'm
don't know how
fucked
you
at the
do
end of
that.
the day. But
Yeah.
we're only doing a third of that. Or
That's the
half
thing
the
though.
hours.
I don't know. It's like anything, right? Your body kind of adapts to it. I don't even feel. I mean, yesterday I felt a little bit tired, but no more tired than like a normal day.
Do you ever wonder what this shit's doing to us?
It's probably not great.
Do you think about that, Kit?
It's definitely not great on the joints. Like,
Yeah, but I feel like it's Future Cat's problem.
Yeah.
It's like a game of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You're like, well.
Me and Saxon were saying this actually on the bike the other day. We're like, fuck, just can't even go for like a jog anymore and not be a little bit sore afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
21, like you could go for a run, you could go
Just listen to this guy.
trampoline park,
21.
trampoline park or something, you'd be sweet. And then
Nah.
Trampoline park.
no chance.
I have to say that, being honest, that is one thing that, like, when my son is probably that 5 or 6 or 7,
Yeah.
I don't know how much that stuff I'm going to be able to do.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Like, no, it is, like, because with Indy I was like
Yeah.
27, 28, whatever,
Yeah.
and I could do
Yeah.
I could still do a backflip.
Yeah.
I think my spine had come out.
Be something something would be
break
sore
something.
afterwards for sure.
I mean, I can't run in the morning without standing on my wobble board anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many hours a week did you do last week?
Last week was, I think, about 18 or 19. Oh, 20 including gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be pretty similar this week, I think. Maybe 18 just because the races are short. Like we normally do a long day on Sunday. The race is going to be like 90 minutes, I think. So we would probably go for a ride afterwards, but you have to wait for your bike to be driven back from T2. So don't know what we'll be doing after that. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, training's fun, but I like racing. So
Especially because you do so much of it, eh?
yeah. I just want to race. It'd be quite nice if there's a few waves out there as well. Old surf life saving days come back.
Yes.
Fun. Body surf all the way in, that'll be nice.
Oh.
Don't have to swim as much.
Hopefully you don't get a little barracuda shark. Like the other week.
Yeah.
We can catch a ride on them.
Yeah, hopefully
Shucka, bro.
there's enough people in the water to scare them away.
Like that, like the turtles in Finding Nemo. Just catch on the...
Was
Is it
Bruce.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bruce.
Bruce.
He's the shark.
Fish are friends, not food.
Well, after rolling my ankle last Sunday,
Yeah.
I was a bit of a down buzz last week. I listened to like 15 minutes of it back and I was like, man, I had nothing. I was off with no fun.
Injuries do that, yeah.
Cat was tired.
Yeah, sorry about that, team.
Um,
You've bounced back.
we've bounced back. We're like a reinflated...
We also did 3 podcasts last week.
Oh, yeah.
And they are draining.
They are draining. I don't know if people realize how... Maybe they do. I don't know. But like that one, the one we recorded with Laurie on... What day did we do that?
Wednesday?
Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Like, that cost me
Yeah.
like probably 2 days worth of mental energy.
Yeah.
Like
There was a lot of listening though as well. Like
something Tom and I are
and
not so great at.
being focused for 2
So
hours. It was.
Tom and I are
I
not
mean,
so
if you haven't listened to it, it's a long episode,
It's a great episode.
but great episode. Yeah.
But the point of that was my rolled ankle only really cost me 1 day. Which,
Yeah.
you know, it's funny. You're like, the world's ending. I suck. I'm never going to do this again.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hopeless.
And then
And
just-
it's like all the work I've put in
Yeah.
and up to this point. It's
And you're-
down the drain.
And you're so worried about the future,
yeah.
like the next day, and you're
Yeah.
like, mate, I was like on the Wednesday because I did an hour on Monday. I was quite sore, and then I saw Wayne on the Tuesday in the afternoon, and I was running okay on Tuesday morning, and then I did half an hour after I saw Wayne, and then Wednesday morning I did an hour, and I was so worried about like Thursday or whatever. I had completely forgotten that I was in less pain Wednesday, but I was running on Wednesday worrying about Thursday. Like, what is my
Live in the moment, Oscar.
mate?
How sore is it going to be tomorrow?
What's my
Yeah.
problem? Like, stop it.
Yeah.
You thought you weren't going to run today and you're running today, so just stop being a twit. You moron. And I should have buried the hatchet on that one. It was pretty good.
Go listen to the start of the episode.
Yeah, good. Yeah, if you've skipped right to there, you're in trouble. Yeah, so I managed to run for 2 hours on Thursday morning, and then I pushed my workout to Saturday. And I did... What did I do? 3 by 20 minutes. So I changed it to 20-minute reps because I was going to do 2 by 25, but I changed it to 20-minute reps and gave myself a bailout after the second one if I was sore. I mean, I was never going to bail out.
Yeah.
You guys both know me very well.
You give yourself the option, but it's never an option.
It's
Yeah.
never an option. It's like when Matt writes 50 to 60 minutes. You're like, I'm doing 62.
Actually, I do have the option. I have that option because Kat knows that all too well. It's
Yep.
like-
The program says 6, but I'm going to do 5.
I was like, I've had a big week. So
Yeah.
I can do 5. Said 5 or 6. So I was
I
like,
wish
yeah,
I
I'm
wish I
saying
had that control.
Yeah, well, I think the reason I do that is like I know if I push it one little bit too far, I can end up over the edge very easily.
I just
But
see 6 and I'm like, is that a challenge?
Yeah.
I'll do 7.
Your body is
7.
more robust. Like yours was a rolled ankle, you know, like
Yeah.
mine's a tendinopathy thing that can just come back at
Tendinosynovitis. Is that what they call it?
anytime.
Tendinopathy, tendinosynovitis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tendinitis.
And so I was pretty happy with that. And I averaged 319s, 316s, and 311s
Nice.
for each 20-minute rep. And then had a nice cruisy Sunday, just did an hour. And then Monday, I was like, right, it's been 12 days since I ran a long way. It was just bullshit because the Thursday I ran nearly 30K, but I was...
It's not
Not
long
the
enough.
same. Not the same.
My brain's a shit place to be sometimes. And so I ran 41K. I parked the car at the bottom of Rapaki. And I thought I want to run the steady, but not like as a workout. And then I thought I'll run the hills quite firm. Didn't have a heart rate strap on, so sorry, Tommy. I ran out. I ran the river, the Heathcote River, all the way out to Ferrymead. And then I ran out to Scarborough, up over Scarborough Hill, into Taylor's Mistake, right round Godley Head, onto the Summit Road, all the way back to Rapaki and down to the car. So it was
It's like 40K.
41K.
41.
Yeah.
2 hours 45, and just so you know how sadistic I am, I rolled past my car at 2 hours 43 minutes and 22 seconds, and you bet your fucking bottom dollar, that's another stupid one, bet your bottom dollar, that I finished the 1 minute and 38 seconds to round that bitch up to 2
Wow.
hours 45. So yeah, it was 40.92k, and 2 hours 45. So average of 402s. For the session, 900 meters of vert. So I was really happy with that.
Yeah, it's good.
I also, one of my mentors actually got me the contact for the head of the elite field for Boston.
Cool.
So I've taken one more big swing.
Good.
And that's it. That's the biggest swing. So it really loved, he went to Boston University. He had some contacts at the BAA, the Boston Athletic Association. He made some inquiries, talked to this lovely man who I think used to be his coach, or an athlete of the coach that used to be his coach. He was like, hey, look, I can't help, but the person who has to make the decision, regardless of the avenue that you go through, is this person.
Right.
Straight to the top.
So just go swing big.
Good.
And so I sent her an email and I was like, I'm nobody.
Oh, good start.
But I'm going to be nobody in Boston.
Yeah.
I don't need accommodation.
Yeah.
I don't need flights. I don't even give a fuck about bottles.
Just want a bib.
I just want a bib in the first corral.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Literally.
No, I didn't quite say it like that, but I was just like, I'm going to be there anyway. I thought that I was going to be able to have a run. I'm training really well. And then you start writing stuff down. You're like, I ran a half marathon PB, and then I won Auckland, and then I finished third at National Track and Field, and I've run 216, and I ran 64 flat. And I was like, hey, give me a start.
Yeah.
I deserve this, damn
Like,
it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm no 203 guy, but it's like I'm still as terms of like.
No one's running 203 on Boston course anyway, so.
Yeah, I just like felt, man, please give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like I'm not asking for any help apart from a piece of paper that's costing you 25 cents to print.
Yeah. What's one more person on
What's
the
one more
start
person
line?
in the race? So, if not, I have definitely come to peace with the fact that I'll run the marathon, and I'll probably be looking at Tommy's bum for 21k.
Hopefully.
If he's feeling all right.
Yeah. Actually.
National Track and Field. Yowza.
Yeah.
Yowza, can I just give Chig a shout out first?
Yeah.
What a weekend. It's a great weekend.
I feel like all the stuff that kind of went on, he got a shout out on the Athletics New Zealand page, but all the stuff that went on with the Sam and Sam, he kind of, the double back got a little bit lost because obviously winning the 5K by a lot and then coming back.
was very impressive.
Yeah, and then coming back and getting third in the 1500 was.
He was with them until like 150 to go too.
Yeah. And Chig is not known for his like
No.
speed really, but
out and out kick.
yeah, he's back.
He's back, baby.
Everyone kind of was wondering when he was going to show up again, but he's always been there or thereabouts behind the scenes. But I think just now, like his training and his confidence is at the same level now. So
He just looks smooth.
yeah, he looks really good.
You're like, oh my. Disappointing Athletics New Zealand that there's no live stream of the 5K.
Yeah, it was
What are we?
ridiculous. Thanks to Toby Tasker,
Yeah.
we were able to watch it.
Oh, did his
Yeah,
like,
he did a
coach
live stream.
or someone?
No, he just did it on his
Oh,
phone.
Yeah, good.
So screw you guys.
Like, I mean, I get it. It's probably expensive or whatever, but
I mean, they had streamed for the rest of the day. It was like Friday's even an afternoon session. It's not even like a full day. Oh, sorry, Thursday.
Pitiful.
Yeah.
We only get 2 5Ks a year. One of them's
Yeah,
nationals,
one
and
of
they're
them
not
can't
even
even
fucking
watch
live
them.
streamed.
Literally. Yeah.
Anyway, what else happened at National Track and Field, Tom?
I'll tell you the other result that was quite impressive that kind of got overshadowed, but was Bo Ritchie in the 800.
Yeah.
She's 17. She won the Open 8.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
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 Holy.
207, I think she ran, but I think she's run 203 this year. So
Wow.
yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Did it come down to quite a tactical?
I imagine so. I didn't watch it, but with that time, yeah, I'd imagine it'd just be
Holy.
tactical.
Yeah.
At least she got her entry in on time and could run.
Yeah. All right.
We won't go there again. I got told off
Did you?
a little bit.
Oh, well.
Whoopsies.
Happens.
I don't give a fuck. Come at me.
Yeah, so you had Bo win the 8. Laura did the double.
Yeah.
5 and 15, which is pretty solid. Sprints was Zoe and Tian, which was to be expected. Zoe ran actually really quick.
She ran like
11,
11:01.
11?
11:01.
And in the long tights. It's pretty impressive to run that quick in those conditions
Yeah.
for a sprinter because they like it nice and hot.
Mhm.
You want the track to be warm as well. And Tian was like 10.2 maybe, 10.1 something. So another solid run from him. Lex Lewis actually was like 0.03 off the New Zealand record in the 400. He
Wow.
ran 46.12. He's been nipping at the door like pretty much every race this season, so that was pretty cool. He'll get it when he gets some nice conditions and some competition.
The women's 400 too.
Yeah, Woodell. Was it
yeah,
Woodell?
Yeah, she ran 52.6.
Just broke the under 17, under 18, under
Crazy.
20 New Zealand record. Yeah, won the seniors.
So why? Is
That's
that
insane.
on any of the socials?
They put it
yeah,
up
that was
did
on
they put it up
Athletics New
recently?
Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
on their
But
Instagram.
to be honest, it's just such a small circle that
Yeah.
if you're not following
Yeah.
Athletics New Zealand, you're not seeing these results. So.
Yeah.
So before you carry on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have one grump.
Yeah.
New Zealand Herald and Radio New Zealand had an article today about Hoka being named after
saw this. Yeah.
a Māori word, but no coverage
Yeah.
of our track and field championships. When you got a young lady breaking 4 age group records in one go,
Mhm. Yep.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
That sucks.
That's so shit. And it's not saying I'm bagging on like New Zealand culture or Polynesian culture because it's not
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
It's not.
It's
It's not
not
even
that.
from the
It's not
Māori use of Hoka. It comes from the French Polynesian use of Hoka,
Yeah.
which is fair enough. But it's like if that's the article about running from the
Yeah,
weekend, what are we doing?
Yeah. It's a shoe brand that's been around for 6 or 7 years.
Oh, I've tried 15.
Yeah.
Like that's anyway. Carry on.
Yeah.
It made me so mad.
Yeah, it
Now I'm
is.
furious. I'm shaking.
It's bad.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
And another thing they should have talked about was the men's 1500, which I think actually got a fair bit of coverage. Like it
Yeah, that's
deserved.
been in articles and things all over
Yeah,
now.
it was on the
So-
news. It was on like Crowd Goes Wild as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Macca has obviously been watching the New Zealand track and field champs as well. And probably the race of the meet, you could say, was taken out by a 15-year-old in conjunction with Mr. Sam Tanner. So they got a dead heat, which is the first time
That
it's
never happened.
ever happened in
Yeah.
history
Like that's
of New Zealand
crazy.
champs. Especially in a 1500 as well.
Yeah.
You have so much time to separate yourself, and they couldn't be
Yeah.
separated at all.
Controversially, did it look like Sam Tanner sat up a wee bit before the line? He definitely looked like he only took a 3/4 stride.
Yeah, he dipped, but I think Ruth was coming on the outside
Yeah.
so quickly. Like, I would have been scared if I was Sam and it was a mile. Like an extra 10 meters.
Yeah.
I just love how much
2.9
freedom
meters.
Ruth seems to be running with.
109 meters. Yeah.
He's just like, I'm going to have a go.
Yeah, he's for his age, it's very impressive to watch him race because he's so tactically aware of where he needs to be at the right
Really
time.
is.
And he just, like,
Smart racing, eh?
I don't know if it's race intelligence or he's just that quick that it doesn't feel hard for him to make those moves. Because I mean, if you're in a race and we've all run track before, if you're all really on top of your game, you don't even think to
Yeah,
cover a move;
never
it just
happened to me.
happens.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably where he's at right now. Is like the races he's in. he's at that level. So it'll be interesting to see if, like, you put him in a race where maybe he's not quite at the level of the race. Would he still be able to cover moves like that? But to be even talking about that, to put him in a race that's out of his level is like a 3:33 race, which is ridiculous for a 15-year-old. And rightfully so, he's being compared to Jakob Ingebrigtsen for running similar times at his age. And I believe he's going to have a crack at the sub 4 mile next Wednesday. So if he does it, he will be technically the youngest person in history to run sub 4.
He'll do it.
Which he should do it. He's more than capable of running like 3:54, I think.
That's nuts, eh?
And if you've got Tanner pacing him, then
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty epic to see. Yeah, Kiwi kid.
The other thing I really liked is how Tanner embraced having him there.
Yeah,
because I think you'd find sometimes that the master and the apprentice kind of, it's almost like the Sith kind of like.
Some rivalry.
The top guy doesn't want to be knocked off, but Tanner was like, "Man, I'm here for this."
I think it helps when it's like someone in your training group too, where you've watched them kind of grow and
they train together.
Yeah,
just a great role model for him to have, because it's like, hey, we can both be fast, we can both try together. I'm going to help you run the sub 4. That'll be exciting.
Yep.
Like the confidence that must give Ruth is huge.
Yeah.
To have someone like that.
I hope they get a big crowd down for it.
You'd need it.
That would be really cool. Like if they got a big crowd down and televised it, even put it on the news or something. It's 4 minutes.
Yeah,
it would be pretty cool to see.
They'll probably bitch and moan about.
Yeah, they won't tell them. He's also ridden. What do we think the best route for him to take is?
I don't think we should make a comment
I don't
on
know.
that. It's not. None of us
Not
are
up
that.
to
None of
us.
us are that good.
I don't know, but I also think like where he's at right now, if a brand offered him ridiculous amount of money, which they probably are, I'd take it.
I think you should just remember that Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah. Do a Drew Hunter. He got offered $10 million for a 10-year contract with Adidas and
True.
looked after himself pretty well with that. Like you can make a hell of a living off 10 mil.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, like
I'll
especially
never
at his
know.
age as well. Because
You could definitely count your chickens.
I think the biggest problem with
Getting
child-
worse and worse.
Sorry, Tom.
I think no, I think there is a problem with child prodigies sometimes, and yes, I believe Rome isn't built in a day, but I also believe you got to strike when the iron's hot.
100%. Yeah.
And I also think when you're in the system, when you're young, you are looked after.
Way better.
Yeah.
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 And like, who knows what could happen? Like, he could get injured next year, then takes him out for a whole year or 2 years or 3. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, you really have in the sport of track and field, especially, or any endurance sport, you really have to take the opportunity when it arises.
I agree.
And if that means signing a contract next week, do it.
Can you at 15?
Don't know.
I don't know about
parents' permission.
Yeah, I mean, I know Gout, the Australian sprinter, he's signed like a massive deal with Adidas. He might be 17. Yeah. So, I'm not sure on the age, but yeah, he'd have to have some financial support or someone looking over all of that stuff for him. But yeah, like, I don't care what anyone says. He's a generational talent right now, and he should be compensated for it. Like, you got to make the money while you can.
Or just take the pressure off having to. So then you can just go run.
Yeah, exactly. Like
someone manages it for you. Someone looks after you.
Yeah,
you're enjoying it. There's not the pressure of that side of stuff. You can just have fun.
Yeah, and I think one other thing quickly is a lot of the time his accolades get lost in his age. Because he's so young, people are like, holy shit. But then just take away his age and he's running ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't even matter that he's 15. 7:55 and what do you run? 3:41, 1500, and he'll run like 3:55 or something.
And some of the scalps he took.
Yeah, like the guys he's beating and the way he's doing it is just ridiculous. So yeah, even taking away his age, if he was 20 or whatever right now, it would still be looked at as a really impressive athlete, and he'd still be offered a lot of money. But I think because he is young, though, he should get a lot more. to look after himself.
Look after him.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see. I mean, New Zealand's had some pretty generational talents in its time, but it's nice to see a young gun stepping up. So I guess we'll have to race him at some point.
I won't.
Maybe in a cross country, you might decide to run senior men's
imagine.
cross or something.
No, I'm finished. We had some user questions, some user questions.
Yeah.
Makes it sound like an OnlyFans. Probably be more lucrative than this. Carbon plated shoes on the treadmill. Yeah or nah?
I mean, if you want to, it's not going to give you any benefit on the treadmill, I don't think. Like the plate's not really working because you're not pushing off the ground.
You do work way differently on the treadmill,
Yeah.
eh?
You have to bend the plate for it to work. And when the belt's moving underneath you, you're not bending the plate. Your foot's just falling underneath you. So
Can I tell you why I wouldn't?
it's a lot more load on your Achilles.
Yeah.
Well, and so I'm thinking. So when you think about running on a treadmill, and when you put your foot down into stance phase, so your foot comes down and hits the treadmill, the belt rushes you through
Yeah.
that stance and almost forces your hamstring into like that kind of eccentric phase.
It's going to speed it up.
It speeds it up, right? And so then if you have a highly rocketed, highly stiff shoe on, that is going to speed that up, like again, and put more pressure
Yeah.
on that. Now, if it's like it is outside right now and it's 13 degrees and pissing 20 mils of rain an hour and you've got a workout to do, that I could live with.
Yeah.
Like, because you're like, I want to try the shoes. I'm going to like workout shoes, all that kind of stuff. But you'd probably warm up in your training shoes and then switch over like you normally would if you were going to jog down to the park. I think when you think about the mechanics of running on a treadmill and what you're asking your body to do, unless you like absolutely have to run in carbon for some pathology you've got, I would say no.
I think the trainer races are good
Yeah.
for the treadmill. The softer ones even, because you actually have to sink into the foam as well, which kind of gives you a more realistic running feel. Like I feel like a Rebel or something would be a great treadmill shoe.
Yeah. So I think
It slows it down, that speed up motion.
yeah. Well, and like I think on a treadmill, who cares about how fast you're going? You're just working out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you mainly wouldn't do a workout on a treadmill either. You'd just be
Yeah.
doing a wee jog. So
I say no
Yeah.
for
I'd
those
agree with
reasons.
no.
Should I wear my Novablast for only long runs, or is 10K runs okay too? I don't even think it's a long run.
I
shoe.
wouldn't
think
be wearing it for a long run.
No. Okay, can't answer
Personally.
this question.
Yeah. Yeah,
She's looking at us like,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Well, especially the new one. The old one, you could maybe use it for the long run, but the new one's so soft.
okay, so I'm going to walk that back. Where do you see Novablast fitting now then? I think we've talked about this. But
Yeah, I personally would use it as like an easy day run shoe.
I agree. It's a Monday shoe.
Yeah, which is not really what it's been marketed as, but it's a shoe I'd probably use a day after a workout when I want something soft and still feel like my legs are getting a little bit of bounce back. You know when your legs are just smoked and you want some response so you don't feel like shit? That's what I'd use it for probably.
So, okay then.
And after a long run or something.
I'll ask another question. What Asics shoe would you use
For a long run? Well, it depends on how you move, but I mean, I like the Super Blast. I wouldn't use it for like a cruisy long run though. I'd use it for more of an up tempo long run. If I'm just using an Asics, Kano.
Nimbus
Yeah, Kano Nimbus.
2000.
Yeah. Just, I mean, I think people look into long runs a little bit too much sometimes and say, oh, I'm out here for 2 hours, I need extra cushion or extra support. But if you're moving fine in your everyday trainer and you're not having any pain, then what's the need?
And like with your long run, you shouldn't be burning the candle at both ends.
No.
It's so mad at me.
Is this actually just coming out of your brain? Have you just Googled them
No,
up?
I haven't. My phone's nothing on it.
It's full of pointless sayings.
It's like, these guys are talking about shoes again.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you enjoy the run of a Novablast, and you can do whatever you want on it, I don't know why wouldn't you use it for 10K? I'd certainly use it for 10K. Where I see it fitting is exactly what you said, is I want some extra cushion, some like soft bouncy cushion with a little bit of a rock because I'm feeling tired.
Yeah.
And I've got a neutral foot type.
Yeah.
And I want something that feels a bit lighter. Like I don't want to be bogged down by sort of something too heavy or something quite stiff.
I think your long run shoe choice should ultimately be decided by how you're feeling with the amount of work you've done during the week.
Mm.
If you're really smashed and you're wanting to do a long run still, but you're fatigued and everything hurts, then that will probably
Have a rest day.
Yeah, maybe don't do the run.
either that or do something. Choose a shoe that you feel like's got a bit more bounce or cushion to make you feel like you want to get through a long run.
If you could only have one shoe for the rest of your life.
Crocs.
Kat's just excited that she
This
gets
is
to
why
sell
Kat's
Crocs
going
in
to
Nelson.
Yeah, you think I'm not gonna get them in, but I am.
Hey, I do anything, you gotta make $1, man. You gotta sell your soul. Why do they call them Crocs? Anyway, let's not go there. If you could have only one running shoe for the rest of your life, what would it be? It's a hard question.
That's a really hard question.
So you have to be able to train, work out, and
Race. I would probably... Honestly, I could train myself to be able to use a carbon shoe for all my workouts and runs.
So Kat's swinging all the way to wanting a race day
I'm
shoe.
risking it so that I can always have a racing shoe.
Risk it for the biscuit.
It'll either be that or the Rebel. The Rebel, actually, would probably be the best.
How you go, Oska? I'm still thinking.
I wore the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 on Monday for my 41K.
Yeah.
That thing is unbelievably versatile.
Yeah.
I got 750K out of my last pair. And you can do everything in it.
Yeah.
Can you run on the trails?
Yes. Because I'm not recommending it.
It does have enough tread in the forefoot,
But
though.
I ran the trail around Godley Head.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
And I ran then the road, and then I ran down Rapaki and the gravel and stuff. It works. And it's not, I think it's 38, 30 or 36, 28 or something. It's not actually jacked up that high either.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm unsure. I'd probably just say a Tempest or a,
Tempest is a good shout.
Yeah, I actually thought you were going to say Tempest too.
maybe a Super Blast, but I don't know. Yeah.
Super liquor.
It's a hard question, that.
If you're not watching, Kat did join me on that journey. Isn't it weird how, so this is weird, and I'm not saying people should open a running store, but isn't it weird how many liquor stores we have to like how many health stores we have?
That's why we have a drinking problem.
Have you seen, what's the one on the corner here called? Like Big Browns or Big Bills? Or
something
No, Big Daddy. Big Daddy's Liquor.
Is it actually?
There is one.
It is. It's on the corner of Brian and Waltham?
Yes, that's Big Daddy's.
Cheapest been turning into a
But like...
America and their gas station names.
But who? Yeah. And then there's another... now I'm on a tangent. And then there's a new chicken place.
Yeah, I just saw that.
On Colombo. What's that called?
Chicken wing or chicken in or something?
Chicken Inn.
Yeah,
I mean,
something
I
like
like
that.
that.
Chicken in.
Yeah.
Chicken in.
But Big Daddy's Liquor.
Yeah,
Big
that's
Daddy's
better.
Liquor.
Surely someone's going in and trying to change the spelling so there's an H in liquor and it's Big Daddy's Liquor. Someone's doing that, isn't he? Someone's having a laugh at that. And then the last question from our listeners was socks. Good long distance pair. Cat's just buying Kmart socks.
No, I have New Balance socks. They're just cotton socks.
Yeah,
Very basic.
I think that's criminal.
Yeah, it's bad.
Whatever, man. Comfy.
I think, I think you're shooting yourself in the foot.
I've had it.
She's not ready to bury the hatchet.
No, I actually really like those the new ones you got in with they match the race shoes.
The shoe
Shoe
socks.
socks.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
And they're comfy.
Don't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah. CP or 2XU. I'm big 2XU one.
CEP. CEP.
Yeah.
It's not CP. CEP.
CP. Yeah.
CEP. CEP.
No, I
He said
religiously
it
use.
twice and he copied you and he still said it wrong. It's like,
Who,
yeah,
me?
CP. CP.
No, he said
CEP.
CEP.
CP.
He said it like CEP.
Yeah, I say it real quick.
Yeah. Because he's fast.
So
2XU is probably my favorite ones.
Yeah.
I wear them a lot.
So there you go, folks. Thanks for shooting your questions in. That definitely helps us fill some content time in. Should we talk about some shoes, Tom?
Yeah, we should.
That's what we do.
You mean Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz to infinity.
Okay, Asics.
And beyond.
Got a bone to pick with you guys.
Okay. Whoa.
Tom is mad.
Tom's mad.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's worse.
I mean,
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
just who sat in a room and decided that these shoes look good?
Yeah. They certainly weren't sure as eggs.
Because I've already had.
That's not even a saying.
I've had 4. Like, for example, when did we get these shoes?
I don't know. Saturday?
Saturday. And
Friday?
it's now Wednesday, and I've already had 4 customers ask me if there was a different color option.
Yeah, I must be a better salesman because I sold 3 pair.
Well, or you just got customers that actually like gross colors.
Like, okay, so what we're talking about is we get asked a lot about shoes which can be taken can be run on the road and run on the trail. Now, to explain this, most of the time, because we don't deal in absolutes, the road shoes have a harder carbonized rubber on the outsole. What that means is when you run with it on a man-made surface, it will not grate down and wear out as quickly. The trail shoes, traditionally, not dealing in absolutes, are a softer blown rubber that tends to have some sort of extra additive added to it, like sulfate. And what that does is that makes it soft and supple and like stickier. So when you want to run over big, wet, round things or into mud or whatever, it will stick to that surface. The downside to that product is that when you take it onto a tar seal surface, it's so soft that the tar seal is harder than it and it grates it away. That's the preface to that. So one question we get asked heaps is, I need a shoe that can do a little bit of both. And there aren't many of them around, right? We've got 3 here. There's probably a handful of others, maybe 2 or 3 others out in the shop. What they tend to do is they tend to take a slightly firmer rubber, maybe not quite as firm as a traditional road shoe, and cut it into an outsole pattern.
Yeah.
Or add maybe like an extra 2 or 3 mil to the lug depth of the road shoe. So you've got to infinity.
The Buzz Lightyear Novablast 5. We're renaming it. Novablast 5 TR.
All-terrain, baby.
All-terrain. The ATR.
That doesn't look super grippy, to be honest.
No, that one's
No,
definitely
it's-
gravel.
Yeah. It's 50-50. They should have probably filled in a bit more of the blown rubber because that's going to be like ice skating on mud.
There was a couple of other changes to this one compared to the... And what I would say is if you really enjoy your Novablast 5 and you just want something that you can run up Rapaki and feel a bit more confident, or maybe run around the gravel, around the Avon or the Heathcote, or the new wetlands around Horswell and the Adventure Park or Bottle Lake, and you just want something that just gives you a little bit of confidence. This rubber is actually softer than what's on the bottom of the 2000, so I think this will stick better to the like tree roots and wet rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
There's another couple of key differences too, is they've got rather than an internal heel counter, toe bumper, they've actually got an external one compared to the road shoe, which is an internal. So it does have a little bit more protection for whacking your toe against some like low-lying rocks and bits and pieces. And the upper is gusseted and it's a bit more neoprene.
Yeah.
And they have added extra stitching into the upper, so it does make it immediately a little bit more supportive. So if you are a little compromised in the gait, you will feel probably slightly more supported.
Do trail shoes typically put neoprene in the upper?
Some do, like Hoka use neoprene in the forefoot so that when your foot swells, and they use it in the Mafate Speed 4 and the Speedgo 5, so when it swells, it stretches, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so they're kind of trying to get that nice overlay. And also, it's a little stronger if you get like poked by sticks and shit. Like it's slightly, it's going to protect your foot a little bit more. So I think really that's probably a gravel shoe. Well, it's like there's gravel bikes.
Yeah,
True.
Like it's
gravel shoe.
It's not dissimilar like to that. And then there's also, so that's the neutral kind of option, so neutral foot type for Asics. Then they do the 2000. Now the upper is almost identical. All it is they've got an embroidered logo, which might give you a little bit more stability in the upper. But the outsole on that's actually really good.
Yeah.
So they've used their AHA outsole rubber, slightly softer than the road rubber. And it's actually probably like a good 4 mil of like all the rest of the stats the same, obviously slightly heavier than its road-based brother and sister because it has more rubber. And then you've got...
Yeah, we've got the Challenger ATR, which is essentially it's the all-terrain version of the Clifton. It does feel a little bit different. The shaping and tooling of the outsole is slightly different, but probably has one of the better coverages of the outsole material. Still about 3 mil of lug there.
Yep.
But same kind of deal as the 2000. They also do make the upper like a little bit more rigid.
And less volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit tighter. Just to hold your foot in if you do go into the trails. So yeah, these are your all-terrain options. Yeah. Well, a few of them. I think there's one or two more, but...
What do we call it? Daughter trail.
Yeah, daughter trail.
Yep.
So if you're looking for shoes that you want to bash around in the forest or on the hills and take it around Hagley Park, then that's what you're kind of looking at.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Poll for this week. Did we decide on the poll?
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah. How do you like your potatoes?
In my tummy.
Roasted with duck fat.
Mm.
You wouldn't want to rub it up the wrong way, would you?
Oh, he's been waiting for that.
So
What are the options?
okay, let's all pick one.
Okay.
Let's be inclusive.
I'm going to go mashed.
Oh yeah. When you make your mash, do you heat the milk up before you put it in?
No, you're supposed to. Yeah. Ooh, I don't do that.
Try me.
Do you
Listen to
add
the chef.
cheese?
Well, I can't eat it, but
Oh, yeah.
I would if I could.
Well, why does that make a difference?
It makes the potatoes fluffier.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Just a little bit. So what you want to do is you want to warm up a little bit of milk and a little bit of butter.
Butter, yeah, for sure.
Warm it up, and then you want to mash the spuds a wee bit with a little bit of salt.
Yep.
And then you just slowly add the milk and mash them. And then if you're feeling really like going all in, you get the old quite firm whisk out and give it a
beat.
Yeah. Whoa.
Welcome to our cooking show.
I said it. What can I say? Like, I like them crunchy, like crispy.
Chips.
Not necessarily chips, but yeah.
Roasted.
Roasted.
Roasted potatoes.
Duck fat roasted potatoes.
Yum.
Haven't had them, but I need to try it.
That's good.
They're a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah.
Far
He's on
out.
these one-liners today.
Full of them. It's unbelievable, actually.
No one's listening by now. That was the best one. So you're going mash. You're going crispy roasties.
Yeah.
But the ones you leave in the oven just slightly too long.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't left me with a lot of options.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones. You have to say boiled.
Yeah, but I do like
New
a
potato.
I do like a perler. New potato.
Yep.
Christmas new spuds.
Yeah.
It's pretty yum.
If anyone listening in the UK, they don't know what that is. I guess you're having your new spuds in the mid-year.
Yeah.
You have a mid-year Christmas. So we've got mash, roasted. Oh, I could go chippies, like deep fried.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I'd
I could
rather
do that
deep
too.
fried chip.
I could do that.
So deep fried. So you got roasted in the oven, like oven roasted.
Yeah.
Deep fried chip from a chippy.
Oh,
Mash.
mashed.
Mashed.
There's your poll.
My brain feels pretty mashed. What else we got?
When is Kat starting to work?
What?
When am I starting work?
Yeah.
Oh, not till you get back from.
June 1st, baby.
Yep.
It's going to come around quick,
Then
though.
we're gonna break the ice. The good news about not having me up there too often is there won't be too many cooks in the kitchen. I'm on fire.
The reason I asked that is Because
I've run out now. That's all I've
Yeah,
got.
he's done.
I'd have to look them up.
Whatever.
Mac still has topic 3,
What is it?
Oh.
strength exercises for runners.
Should we carry that over next week or?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, we could do that next week.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a good thing to
We'll all
touch
get
on.
our strength programs.
because we all know that I think strength training is the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, it is great. Notice how I just said, yeah, it's great. What can, what can you leave us with, Oska?
Run club, run club, run club, run club. Wait, what did we do last night, Kat?
We did some hills.
Hills pay the bills.
6 by 3 minute hills pay the bills. Yeah.
Oh, no one
That was
got
good.
it.
Yeah.
Good one, Tommy.
Yeah, thank you. I'll pat myself on the back.
Yeah, it was a good evening for it too. Nice and sunny. We had about, how many did we have? 50?
50, 60?
Yep.
Maybe. And we did, what did we do? We tempo.
5-minute
And
tempo
then-
and then into the hill reps.
Yep. And then,
We're not far away from the race now. So
what would be 4 weeks, basically?
Yep.
4 weeks Sunday.
Is it?
Yep.
Jeepers.
Jeepers is right.
Jeepers creepers.
Come on,
So next week we are back at the shop for a 45-minute easy run. Well, Mike, should we go out and back?
Well, I won't be here, so you can do whatever you want.
Dude, you could do whatever you like. Are you gonna win? Are you away the whole week?
Yeah, from Tuesday.
Oh, we have
Walking
to.
the Milford.
Oh yeah.
I am.
Have you done that before?
Nope. First time. I'm
Cool.
excited. It's impossible to get into that walk.
You
Yeah,
going
it
with,
is.
you
Somehow
going
we
with
managed.
your family?
Yep. We try to do one a year, so
How good.
yeah, it'll be fun.
Unreal. We're gonna have to sub Anna in.
We will. Give her
Trial
Trial.
podcast.
Trial by fire.
throw in the deep end. See if you
Throw
can
in
swim.
the deep end.
Has anyone got? Are we done? Like,
Yeah.
are we,
Please stop.
See you later.
I don't think I've got anything else to add. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone at City to Surf.
Yeah,
Good luck,
cool.
Tommy, in the weekend.
Cool.
Good luck, Kat, in the
Good luck,
weekend.
Kat, for your monster. Andy's going to help you, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll tough it out together.
Nice. Pays to have friends in high places.
Does.
It's
All right, guys, enjoy your run.
it's not what you know, it's who you know. Okay, I'm done. I'm finished. Love you guys. Have a
Goodbye.
great week. Eat your veggies.